Quantic Media.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? Doom49 here, bringing you one of those commentaries to tell you guys we really need some more commentators out there. Honestly, Bad Company 2 is an amazing game, and with Battlefield 3 around the corner, we need some solid commentators out there. And maybe there's some of you out there that just haven't gotten that publicity that you need to be big enough. And this commentary here is for you guys who want to start it off, who want to get bigger, who want to get known. This is commentary for you. So basically, the first thing I'm going to talk about is you want to make sure you have a good recording program. And you want to make sure you can record in high definition. So with that said, you want to get an HTPVR. And if you're on PC, maybe use Fraps or maybe even use DxStory. Just make sure your videos are in high definition. Have a good microphone. I can't emphasize that enough. And with that said, you want to make sure you don't have any background noise going on, like a vacuum going off or your dog barking or even your birds chirping. Unless you really intend to talk about your bird chirping in the background or something happening in the background, you really don't want to have any background noise because people want to hear you and what you have to say, not about what's going on in the background. Now the next thing you want to do is make sure your gameplay is pretty good. Something with a high score, not necessarily a high KD, just make sure your KD is positive. Now that being said, you want to make sure that your gameplay has something important to show. If not, just something with a good score and enjoyable to watch. We don't want to see you keep dying in your gameplay. We want to see you do something awesome. And this isn't saying you have to get a high KD. I'm talking about you playing that objective and you doing what you have to do to prove your point in the commentary that this is what you got to do. And if your commentary is not about that, have it about a blog, but something good going on in the background where you end up winning in the end. Now the biggest thing about the commentary is the commentary itself, what you're talking about. People don't want to hear you ramble on about random stuff you don't even know what you're talking about. People want to hear you have some good topic that's coherent with each other. And even with that said, you want to make sure your commentary is straightforward. And by that, I mean don't move around as you're talking and end up having some points of your mic where the volume is really low and other points are just really loud. That is really annoying and it just makes it so hard to listen to your commentaries. Now for those of you doing the commentaries and starting it off, you really don't want to act like you're talking to a computer. Act as if you're talking to somebody else, because then your commentary would actually feel more fluent and be more forward. I mean, a lot of people will actually notice it as if you are talking to them rather than you're talking to a computer. People will actually notice that. So try to act as if you're talking to a person, even if you have to keep practicing it out. It's okay to make mistakes. You can just repeat doing your commentary again. I mean, even myself right now, I'm doing this in parts. So you might even be better off doing a live commentary or even a post commentary where you do it in parts or even do it in one big fluent flow. But you want to make sure that even if you make a mistake, it's alright. You can just repeat it and do it again, but make sure you're talking as if you're talking to another person, not to a computer. And I'm going to be showing you guys some mistakes I've done along this commentary as I was trying to give it to you guys. And even pretty beeping sounds, and that was pretty annoying. Damn it! As weird as that was, those were actually mistakes I made in this commentary. And like I said, I'm recording it in parts to give you guys these pointers out for you guys to understand how to do a really good commentary. Now some of you guys might like to do live commentaries or even post commentaries or maybe even record it in one full length, but whatever works for you guys is good enough. Just make sure that you're being yourself, because a lot of people will notice when you're not being yourself. That's like the biggest thing I can give to you guys right there. Don't try to imitate somebody else just because it's working for them. People will actually notice when you're lying or even acting as somebody else. The biggest thing you want to do is just be yourself, whether you're funny or even if you've got just something really good to talk about, or you've got one of those amazing macho man voices like Boo and Quantic Media. He's got an amazing deep voice that it's mesmerizing. Now, but even with that said, you want to just make sure your commentary is you being yourself and you're enjoying doing what you're doing and you have a good solid topic to talk about. Now, with being yourself, it also goes to say about how fast you want to do your commentary. Some people end up talking really fast and you don't even get what they're talking about. Now, I do that in my commentary sometimes, and it's pretty much that's me being myself. I'll talk pretty quickly, giving out pointers as to what's going on, and it's to keep the hype up in the commentary and it gets people interested in it. Some people don't like it, some people do, but it's all about figuring out your right audience, and you'll end up getting that right audience for your commentaries. Now, whatever works for you is good enough, but just make sure that it's not too fast and it's not too slow, because if it's too fast, it'll be too much for them to comprehend, and if it's too slow, it'll be boring and as heck, and they won't even want to listen to your commentary. So just find that right tone for you, and if you're one of those guys that talk quick, but it's your type of flow, then that's your type of flow, but just make sure it's not too slow, because it'll end up being way boring for people to even want to listen to it. And as I said, you want to have a good topic, whether it's talking about the gameplay itself or even talking about a blog like a vlog, something that happened in your daily life that's pretty funny or pretty interesting that you just want to tell the world about, and make sure that you're being yourself in this. I can't even emphasize that enough, by the way. But if you got that, it's going to end up doing really well. Just make sure you got that nice solid topic. Now, how I got into doing commentaries was actually I woke up one day and I'm like, I need to do commentaries for this game, because a lot of people I played with, I felt like they were doing mistakes in their gameplay, either having the wrong setup or not playing it aggressive enough or whatnot, that I just felt I had to get this commentary stuff going to show people literally that this is what you need to do to dominate on Rush or even Conquest, or how to dominate with a certain weapon and why you shouldn't use specific specs or whatnot just to be really good in that specific type of gameplay. Now, after I had my commentary and I had it rendered out and I was ready to post it on my channel, I got it up there, and the first thing I did was I wanted to get people to watch it and get the benefit from my commentary. So what I did was I posted it on a couple of Bad Company 2 forums to get some feedback on it, and I had some positive feedback and some negative feedback. And for the negative feedback, for you guys starting off, don't take it too harsh on the negative feedback, because some people are trolls and they'll only give you full out negative feedback, but some people will actually give you negative feedback that's actually constructive, and you guys really got to pay attention to those those feedbacks, because they'll really help you out in your commentaries. Take, for example, my very first commentary, and if you guys check out my channel, you'll see that very first commentary on my channel. It's literally me being a bush Wookie, sniping, not even going for the objective, but I do give out some solid pointers in the commentary, and a lot of people hated that fact that I wasn't playing the objective. And that goes to say, yeah, you need to play the objective, but the feedback I got was really valuable and it helped me improve my commentaries. Now, after I had that commentary up and I did get that negative feedback, the first thing I did was I'm like, this isn't going to turn me down, and that's a big thing for you guys. Don't get turned down from the negative feedback. Rather, use it to improve your gameplay and your commentaries. And the first thing I did was I got in there and I went aggressive, and I started playing it as an aggressive recon, and a lot of people liked it. Even the people that gave me the negative feedback ended up saying that I did really good and I improved a lot. So really, you guys, take that negative feedback constructively and improve on what you can, and that's what I did in my commentaries. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is your commentaries. You want to do it for viewing purposes, not for subscribing purposes. So when people come to you and they say sub for sub, I know some of you have seen this, don't fall for that trap. Really, subscribers don't matter. It's really about view count, because the subscribers, that sub for sub people, they don't watch your content. It's people who actually enjoy your content will subscribe to you, and that's why I'm saying worry about your view count. That's what matters. Now, like I said, guys, this is what we need. We need more commentators in Bad Company 2, especially since Battlefield 3 is coming around. It's going to be really big, and we need to get this game shown to the world, and we need as many commentators as we can get. So for you guys who know you can do the nice commentaries, do it. And by the way, now that I'm thinking about it, there's another thing you can do to improve on your video quality, and this is something I just learned about recently. You need to disable resampling on your video. That'll make it so there's no ghosting in the video, and it looks really fluid and smooth, and it looks really good. You can also do some color correction to your video to make it look a lot better and a lot more enjoyable to watch, rather than having this dull looking video that people end up watching. And to sum it up for you guys, the biggest thing, and this is like the biggest win for commentaries, is you want to have good gameplay, a good commentary, and if you're funny as well, adding in some funny stuff in there will make it like the best commentary people will enjoy watching. And the biggest thing I worry about when I make my commentaries is I want to make sure people end up watching the commentary from beginning to end and not clicking away. Now I hope you guys like that. Comment, rate, subscribe, and hopefully you guys will get something out of that, especially for you new commentators starting out who want to get big. Follow these pointers. Maybe you guys picked up something from it, maybe you didn't, but hopefully we can get some new commentators out there. And even for the small commentary channels out there, maybe we can get them bigger, and hopefully these pointers helped you guys out. Anyway guys, I hope you like this gameplay and this commentary. You can see the score there. We did pretty well, and pretty much dominated that gameplay there. And make sure you send your videos into some community channels that are made to promote your channel. Anyway guys, I'll see you around.